We are back. As promised, somebody was going to win. Now, Jon Snow won.
Hey.
He won. But he passed it on to Bruno, you know what I'm saying, and said that his sole intention was just to support anyway. So, shout out to Jon Snow for being a good sport.
Facts,
and for Bruno.
Facts, John.
Only two people that joined in the raffle. Bunch of fools out there because everybody's calling me like, yo, you ain't got no cancelations. Nope. It's New Year's Eve. What y'all think?
That's right. I'm going to go in there looking fresh, you know?
Mm-hmm. So, word. So, what up, man? Talk to me.
First of all, you live around the corner from me. This place is, like, really close.
Is it from now on?
Super nice in here.
Thank you.
Me?
Thank you.
Yeah, so...
Try to keep it nice.
So, yeah, shout out to John, because, you know, I appreciate you, bro. I mean, like...
We appreciate you,
we
John.
appreciate you.
We appreciate you.
But, no, you know, just trying to start 2022 with a good vibe out here, man.
I feel you.
So...
You're on the right track. You just bought a house, you said, right?
That's right.
Good shit.
Yeah, I lucked out.
Anybody in the market to buy a house, this is the guy right here. Come talk to him.
Facts. I got like a lot of good relationship with realtors in New Bedford. Like a lot of good people out here trying to help everybody buy a house. But if we can help, you know, each other in our community, that's a given, bro. You know, like
Absolutely.
Like knowledge is power. I remember that saying.
Absolutely is. So, real quick, not to sidetrack, but what are we getting?
I just want to kind of like a tape up and a nice lineup, like clean something.
Tape up in the lineup.
Yeah,
it's my special tape.
Yeah, you know, like that's
ball taper.
Yeah, some. Well, you're the judge, bro. Like, I just want to look good by the end of the day.
Keep the beard, line it up.
Yeah,
blend it into that.
Keep it for now because it's not that crazy. You know, we're gonna like just line it up.
Line it up. All right. Any design?
Nah. I like simple.
Little lightning bolt.
Yeah, I'll take a little lightning bolt. Might as well.
No lightning bolt, bro.
I'm not 12, but I'll go with it.
You're in the realty business. You can't do that.
Yeah, brother. But nah, yo.
I'd like to buy a house soon.
I think you should.
I would love to. I gotta build my credit first.
Build your credit, and then you have to show. So like, yo, there's a catch-22, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the black community was told like being self-employed is great because you can expense a bunch of things, but you can also like make money without reporting it. That's true. Both are true. But if you make money and you don't report it, it's like you didn't make that money. Because you can't really use that money to access anything else in the financial industry.
Stuff like that. Right?
Yeah, so like you save on the taxes, but you cut yourself off from like the profits that could be too. So, a few weeks ago actually, I met a barber who like his 3 families paid off, bro. And he lives in a single family in a nice area.
Mm-hmm.
And like, but he wanted to update some stuff on the house, do some roof.
So his 3 families probably helping pay for all that, right?
Yeah. But his 3 families paid off. His other house, he has like a mortgage,
Mm-hmm.
But the other 3 family, he wanted like $30,000-$40,000 to, do a couple of things, update this, update that. And a $30,000 mortgage is not a lot of money, bro. But you have to have the ability to pay it. Even though I know, everybody knows that he's making money. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's not what you know, it's what we can prove.
Right.
And that's where, like I'm trying to, like, just tell my people, like, hey, listen. Until you get to that point where you have your home, where you have, like the things you really, really want, you're going to have to, like, try to show as much income as possible. Because, like, at the end of the day, you really didn't, like, help doesn't really help you.
Right.
Like, it's crazy. But, yeah, that dude, man, like I said, house paid off for just $30,000. And it was, like, But hopefully...
So he couldn't get the $30,000? That's what you're saying?
No, what a $400,000 house, bro.
Wow.
If you don't have an ability to pay the bank, right?
Yeah, they need to know that you can pay it.
Yeah, and if we give you the money knowing you can't pay, then you're gonna that's like us betting on you failing to take your $400,000 house for $30,000.
Right.
So that's not really ethical. I mean, every bank would love to do that. I think, like, I don't think, like, not just a bank, but from a business perspective, someone comes in here acting like a sucker, like, what are you going to do? But legally, no bank can give you money without you having the ability to pay it back.
Wait, somebody came in here acting like a sucker?
Like,
I'm moving him out.
No, I'm saying, like, just think about it. Someone comes in here basically trying to look at you like, yo, R2, I need you to give me a $300 haircut and spend 5 hours on individual, like, hairline.
I've had that.
I mean, you can't be doing that, man. Like, that's why I'm cheap.
I've had that, yo.
Yeah, but
Juvenile, what's up, man? If I cut it through the modern punk.
Come my trapo, po.
Guys, for bando punky, dai.
Yo, I honestly have never done that hairstyle. I cut everything off the side and leave the top high. No.
What do they call like? I never understood that. What is a punky in Cape Verde when they're like, "Yo, I'm gonna punky"?
It was like a high top.
What is a punk?
It's like a high top.
Fade?
Like you fade it, no, bald on the side, and then.
So it's a fade.
Yeah, but a fade is a fade.
Talking about like the
Fresh Prince
kid and play type.
But bald on the side though.
Yeah. Okay.
So you know, like the army dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the
Guile?
Marines, like the Marines.
Like Guile from Street Fighter.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, good point.
Straight flat top, flared out on the sides too.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. There's one other guy.
He said, "Yo, businessman."
Nah, that's my business dude over there.
No punkies for Bruno, yo. He's a businessman. You can't do that. Nice, clean taper. Fade's probably questionable too nowadays, huh?
Bros. You know, not just banks, but like the whole industry in general now. Like black people we can grow our hair out like crazy. Just get a lineup and go to work. Like that's normal. But yo, 10 years ago, it's crazy. Barbers are busier now because of people being conditioned like 10 years ago, where like if you were black and if you were a boy and you didn't have scovinha. What's scovinha in English? Scovinha is when you cut your hair really
cut in America,
bro. You really cut your hair like super low, like on two across. You know when like right before the waves.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like when you keep brushing it to get the wave. Yeah, that's scovinha.
It's a wave.
But it's before you get waves. So like that's what.
Just like nice and smooth, just like like all even.
That's what that's what Juvenile likes to see Cape Verdean boys wear.
Oh, so okay. So you see, he said the top side is low, top is high. So okay, I got you. All right, that's a punky. Now, Juvenile, what's a scovinha? Scovinha. Que é scovinha?
Oh,
Ademos.
Scovinha depois de carregar, yo.
Ademos. Oh, moço, vim com scovinha.
Imagina.
A minha lugar.
So you never had anyone tell you don't scovinha?
No.
Damn, huh? You don't got a lot of Badil
Dog,
clients.
I mean, I do, but the thing is, when they come,
they say in English.
I'm like, you gotta tell me in English because I learned how to cut hair out here.
Yeah,
you know? Matter of fact, when I was in Cape Verde, I couldn't choose my haircut.
No, that's
I couldn't even choose my hair. My dad would be like, "Hey, go to the barber shop."
They know what
I tell them who I am.
Yep, and they already knew how to cut your hair.
Yo, my dad sent me to get a haircut. Oh yeah, you're the one. Yeah, we already know. Number 4 leaving, no lineup. That's all my dad wasn't getting me.
What up, Mike?
Nothing. He wouldn't let me get nothing, yo. What up, Mike Lobo?
That's my dude over there, though.
Bay Coast Bruno. Yo, Bruno won the raffle. Yeah, fucking. So I never knew, what to call what as far as haircuts, because I just went there and, that was it. My dad had already spoken to them, already prepaid and all of that.
How long did you spend in Cape Verde?
I was there for 4 years.
That shit really had a lasting impact, huh?
And at the time of how old I was, too, because that's that transition age, 10 to 14.
Ah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But on top of that, it was hard. It was hard for me. So, yeah, it definitely had a... You know what I'm saying? Like, the fact that I was able to get by, to me, was like a great accomplishment because I went there I didn't speak Portuguese. I didn't speak Creole.
I was about to ask you that.
I didn't know shit. I was just 100% American kid, which is...
From New Bedford. Just thrown out there.
New Bedford. I don't got my New Bedford hat today, but...
Yeah, I mean...
But anyways...
I don't know if I could do that, bro.
So when I got out there, and they I didn't have, like... there were no bilingual classes and none of that shit. I got there, it was like... School. Threw me in school. straight through me in school. I didn't speak shit.
And you have
I'm
to
in
keep
class,
up.
and I had to learn. So I had to learn all in one shot. I had to learn Creole because you got to make friends, Portuguese because that's what school was taught, and French because that was the first year they was teaching French. It was the first year of cycle, you know. So yeah, it was tough, bro. That was fucking hard. Yeah. But yeah, I was there for 4 years, and you know, culture shock and all of that shit. But yeah, definitely had a lasting impact and. You know, overall a good experience. There was some pros and cons to it, but overall a good experience and shaped me into who I am today also.
See, I kind of had that experience, but like I came here and then I went back after living here like for 5-6 years. I went to Cape Verde for like 3 years, 4 years, and I feel like you forget poverty very fast. Like. In America, when I got here, bro, I couldn't wait to go back. I couldn't wait to be in Cape Verde.
Tell you what, you learn poverty just as fast.
Then you get to Cape Verde and you realize, like, what you mean I can't?
All around head on number 2. Oh, that's a number 2 all even.
See,
yeah.
It's gonna be.
You know your shit, bro.
But nah, dude, it's like I will never. I don't know if I could ever do that to my kid. I could send him on vacation. See, I married a white girl, so my kid, like, his mom is, like, super, like, you know, like, attached. Like, where our parents grew up transcontinental. Like, they would go between here and there and send us. You know, like yeah. People today, not just like white people. Cape Verdean moms today, for the most part, majority will not send their kid away to Cape Verde without them being there. Because, like, yo,
Cape Verdean moms?
Yeah, Cape Verdean moms.
Here in America, you mean?
Well, yeah, they're not going to send their kid back home anymore like they used to back in the day.
So now here's, not to change the topic on you, but here's the thing. Here's a thing, right? Mm-hmm. When you say Cape Verdean moms, do you mean like Cape Verdean moms born and raised in Cape Verde, came here, been here for the last 5-6 years, and now
that's it. 5-6 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
After they've been here 5-6 years.
Because I was gonna say, you know, born and raised here, right? And this applies to me too.
Yeah.
Right.
You ain't leaving.
Are we technically Cape Verdean?
Yes.
Yes and no. I'd say heritage-wise, yes, but we're not really the same as Cape Verdean from Cape Verde.
So
I mean?
This is the thing where me and Cape Verdeans have a lot of beef on, because, like, so for example, an American doesn't need to be born in America for it to be American, just the parents. Like document-wise, right?
To be an American citizen.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: there's no differentiation between American citizen and American, bro. Like in America, there's an undocumented. I mean, like for example. I know.
I'm talking more culturally, right? Is what I mean. Because, like, when you grow up in America, it's totally different than growing up in Cape Verde. 100%, right? So, like, is a Cape Verdean girl who grew up in America at 17 years old, is she the same as a Cape Verdean girl who grew up in Cape Verde at 17? Right. So that's why I say, like, you know, Cape Verdean descent. You know what I mean? But, like, I'm Cape Verdean descent, right? I have been lucky enough to experience Cape Verde and retain that to a certain extent.
Would you ever send your child to live in Cape Verde for a year or more without you physically being there?
No.
Facts, right?
No, I wouldn't.
You probably won't even do 2 months.
I'll tell you why I wouldn't, though, because of the shit that I went through out
there. There's mad trauma out there. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. There's mad... Bro, like, I love our people, but, like, yo, childhood in Cape Verde is the toughest thing you can... You can't even express an emotion because it could piss off your parents and you'll get beat for that. Like, that's why I got beef with, like, I love my people, but, like, I personally wouldn't want to be raised
I'll tell you what, that's why I'm kind of lucky. That's why I'm kind of lucky to be biracial, too, though. Yeah, because my mom wanted to beat my ass many a time. She wanted to fuck me up, yo. With the diamond rings on, my dad would be like, "Oh, what are you doing?
I got to protect my kid."
So I kind of lucked out on that note. But it's true, though. It's true. But at the same time, that's why I say, like, you know, when we say, hey, you know, Cape Verdean, we kind of got to specify because, you know, people born outside of born and raised outside of Cape Verde, even though you're, you know, the children of Cape Verdeans, it's not really the same as people born and raised inside of Cape Verde.
Nah, not at all.
Not to say better or worse. Like I'm not. It's just different. Is all it is. It's just different.
So I think this. So even in Cape Verde, people don't like to recognize this, but there's two Cape Verdeans, like for social classes. You have nothing Cape Verdean, and you have the Cape Verdean who is, predominantly like well off, pays other Cape Verdeans poorly, and keeps getting richer, just like here in America. But the difference is
in any country.
Well, no,
every country.
The difference is though that Cape Verde doesn't have a social net. The government doesn't take care of its people. It says it does, bro. It tells me all the time it does. But Cape Verde gets so much money in aid for like 488,000 people that there's still kids that are malnutrition in Cape Verde, bro. My mom's been here for only 5 years. She went back. People that she was with for like 40 years, she finally realized like how much they drink, how skinny they are, all these things just because of being out here for 5 years. And she didn't even go to school. She didn't even get the top education. She didn't get the top exposure. But now she's able to identify, like, damn, your body weight really, like, you be drinking too much. Like, versus when you were born in it and see it day in, day out, you get numb. You can't tell me, like, dude, I go to Cape Verde, my stomach and my liver hurt. My stomach from too much drinking and my liver from too much cleaning the blood of alcohol. Like, I don't know if that's healthy though.
I have, I can't say that's happened to me in Cape Verde. I haven't been back to Cape Verde for like 20 years, but I know that feeling.
Yeah.
That's a sucky ass feeling. You probably out there drinking that Grove Fade.
Yeah, dude. Like, but like these dudes could drink it from night to morning. Like, dude. Hey, somebody like. Hey, in college, someone can wake you up with a blunt, like just being lit right next to your face. In Cape Verde, you wake up somebody just by opening a bottle of Grove and putting under their nose.
They'd be like, yo, you want some?
Yeah, like you up, you ready? But in college, like Cape Verde, college is until you're like 40, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why me personally, like, I'm looking forward to like. You wanna know what my life mission is recently?
What?
Like my side hobby.
What?
I want to help legalize marijuana in Cape Verde.
Listen, if yo,
that's
let me shake your hand on that.
That's literally
because yo,
like,
listen, I believe that if we got legalized in Cape Verde, bro, that would be the end of poverty in Cape Verde, bro. Like it could easily be the end of poverty in Cape Verde.
Across the board. I mean, like
because that's like Cape Verde don't have much.
Tourism. So
we got tourism, yeah.
But I'm saying, do you know like that cannabis tourism is a second growest sector of tourism? Like there's people that smoke weed that travel to countries to smoke weed in that country, bro.
Oh yeah.
And they spend big bucks there. So I'm like, this is Cape Verde, like, oh, you need to get out the past. Like, like look at it from not just medicinal but recreational purposes, what it can really do. But the only way that Cape Verde should ever legalize that is if that's a privatized market. That's just for Cape Verdeans. Yeah. Like you should not have a player from China or an American or European to like develop that on their own, like and cut you out. Soil is great. Sunlight is great.
Like nobody from another country come open up business.
They shouldn't own that in that sector 100%. They shouldn't own it. They should buy it.
What do you mean?
Like they need you in order to do it. That's how I want it to be done.
Oh, okay. So like what? So
they can have the money, but they should not be allowed to do it. They like you know what I mean, like you employ a local.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah, I mean like, bro. Let's
if it's creating jobs, yeah.
Yeah. Let's like switch it up and like talk about New Bedford for like 2 minutes. You'll see.
Yeah.
So all this like roads being fixed, lights being updated, solar panels going up in public infrastructure buildings such as New Bedford Housing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Route 18 getting redone. All these crazy things happening, bro. And not right now.
Good, right?
It's all good, but like right now, it's 100% funded by like majority taxpayers, especially from the South Coast area. But the problem that I have though is that like in like 3 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
The average rent in New Bedford is going to be more than it is right now, while wage is going to be about the same for low to moderate income people. If you didn't graduate college,
yeah, like that's. I'm glad you brought that up because that's always been a thing for me. Like, what is it that's driving rent up so high?
So when you sell a house for like $100,000 more than you did just last year, and you are the investor. So R2, you buy a house right now, 3-family. You put up $30,000. You own this 3-family right now, and because you paid $100,000 more, and the interest rate is way lower, your mortgage payment is going to be ridiculous compared to the other guy that bought it 20 years ago for $100,000. Mm-hmm. So that mortgage now, like that bank itself, is like, bet, yeah, your house has the value for that. So here's the money. However, even with if you get $334,000 right now, mm-hmm. and you lock it in for 2.5% to 3%, your mortgage payment is $2,200 tops.
Yeah.
For that 3-family.
Lucio, what up, my man? That is Lucio, right? Yeah, that's Lucio, I believe.
Yo, what up?
What up, Lucio?
So that 3-family though, like all of a sudden now costs you. Before the mortgage payment was like, let's say $1,400. Now you bought this house, the mortgage payment is $2,200. Are you coming out your pocket for it? You the property owner, or your tenants are gonna pay that difference?
Probably the tenants, right?
That's it.
Yeah.
That's really the magic shit. I know when I bought a house, my rent wasn't gonna go up before anybody else's.
Right.
Like, I'm not gonna tell you I'm never gonna pay more for rent or whatever, but that's what you get as when you put up that money to own that building. You get to control what you gotta pay every month. And the higher the building sell in New Bedford, the higher the mortgage payment per building is. And if these are multi-families, that means that these landlords are betting that you can afford to pay. And so far, they're right. Because what are people going to do?
I don't know. I wouldn't say...
No, I'm not telling you they're right for doing it. I'm saying
yeah. But I'm saying, like, them being right, that people can afford it. I don't know.
I didn't say afford it. I said people will pay it.
Well, people have no choice but to pay it, right? Like, what are you going to do? You're going to go to Fairhaven, it's the same shit. You're going to go to Fall River, it's the same shit.
Bro, group economics is crazy.
What is causing it to happen? Like, it seems like all over the country, rent is getting more and more and more expensive, no matter where you go. And it's like, what is causing that? I don't understand that.
So, more and more people have been working, right? You agree? Even though they say there's a full-blown pandemic, more and more people have been working before the pandemic. So, think about it like this. Before the pandemic, the U.S. was at full employment, like 3.1% unemployment rate. Yeah. Ridiculous. Donald Trump did a good job. See, I'm not a Trump hater, but he did a good job with that.
Yeah.
Here's the problem, though. Spending wasn't up. So before the pandemic, people felt like they were making a lot of money, and people weren't spending it. Like Donald Trump era, like people sat on a lot of savings, even though more and more money was being generated through optimism. That's the crazy shit. Nothing materialistically different between Donald Trump and Biden today, economically speaking. They kind of have the same policies. Like Biden is not pro-immigrant. He's actually like doing the same thing Donald Trump's doing with immigration.
Yeah.
For housing, he's kind of doing the same thing. He's putting it in the hands of private sectors and developers. The government doesn't really want to say, we're going to build more houses. They want to get the private sector to say, we're going to build more houses.
Right.
Because then they don't got to pay. That's the funny thing. So now, all of a sudden, you go into a full-blown pandemic with everybody making way more money than they did any other time. So there was a huge savings. And all of a sudden, interest rates fell because of the pandemic. So, like, interest rates were going up right around when Donald Trump was even in office. Like, right around when the pandemic was about to start. Interest rates started going up. And as soon as they realized that the pandemic was going to be, like, a full-blown thing, the government likes for you to bet. So they bet that, hey, we have to lower the interest rate so we can keep people spending. And they were right. They lowered the interest rate and people started spending like crazy. Nothing is better than cheap money. And that's what low interest rate environment is. Cheap money. So, during the first year and a half of pandemic, more and more people got extra free money out of nowhere, which wasn't a bad thing. That $1,200 that came twice was $2,400. Plus, you had unemployment assistance.
Which I got, and that all helped out, definitely.
Yeah. But imagine if you got $8,000. By the end of the year, you had $10,800 in your savings account, just sitting there, and bro, that extra $600, I may not be working, but my wife was working, so that extra $600, I really just saved it to buy a house. So more people became eligible to buy a house than any other point in time in our country's history, concentrated during the one time when no one was supposed to buy a house. But the interest rate was really low. Savings accounts were really high. And what did we start doing? Killing each other off. Like, bro, I know people that bought houses that were listed for $300,000 for $380,000.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's insane,
I heard that. Barn, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Chill. Hold that thought for 1 second. Let me just get this line in. Yeah, that's interesting, man. Yep.
So like, for example, me and that Barber, we left off that conversation with like, hey, you know what? He goes, all right, Bruno, so this year I'm going to show that I made like $50,000. Don't worry. And then next year, maybe by like July, August, I'll make another $60,000. What do I have to wait the whole 2 years? So I'm like, no, give me a profit and loss and then give me your statement, your taxes this year. We'll see what we can do. And that's all it was. Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
But this, like, it's not a hard no. He couldn't get the $30,000 right now, but I wasn't gonna let him walk out the door. We made a plan so I can get him that money later on.
Yeah.
And that's what's important. Like, so my job is like, I don't want you to ever like have a conversation with me and feel like you're not gonna get there, because that's not a good part of my job. Like, because man, I don't even know how to say it without sounding dumb to myself. But if I could buy a house, almost anyone that I knew growing up my whole life could do it. It's that simple.
Yeah.
Like,
but you gotta build your credit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gotta save up some money.
There's a company called Self Incorporated. You pay yourself every month, and it reports on your credit as if it's a loan. And then at the end of the year, they give you back all of your money minus $30.
You pay your I pay myself every week. So if I did that right now, that'd be building my credit.
Yeah. So every week, like let's say every month you can afford to pay yourself like $100. Because it's a contract. So after you finish paying that $1,200, they give you like $11.60 back, and they keep $40 for administration and reporting fees, and they give you all of your other money back.
Damn.
So I do that every freaking year, bro.
I'm about to, yo.
Bro, I do that every year, and you know what happens?
So how many points will you gain in a year from doing that?
So
depends on how much you pay yourself, or
that's one part of it, but the other part is how much more debt are you carrying that's revolving. Like, meaning, if you have credit card debts and your credit card debts are like taking a huge portion of your available balance, then that's bad. It's gonna hit your credit.
Yeah.
But
because I got no credit right. Like my score is like 590, something like that.
So
I don't do nothing with credit. I'm a cash money guy.
Okay.
Like I don't. So
for people like you, we have something called alternative credit, where we would ask you to get letters from your landlord saying you paid rent for X amount of time on time. We would call your cell phone company and get a track record of you paying your bills, you know. So I would like just go around looking for data to give to the agency we use to report those payments so it can stimulate your credit score. But when you have no or limited credit history, it's way better than someone like me. Like 8 years ago, my credit was like 510, bro. Like, as soon as I turned 22, I stopped paying all my credit card bills.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, but...
Yeah. I just paid off my fucking... was it last year or this year? I think it was last year. I paid off my student loan. Just paid them off in full. Boom. You know what I'm saying?
You're good.
So that boosted my credit up, like, I want to say, like 15 to 20
But
points.
in about 7 months, it's going to go back down because... there's no activity on the credit report from your student loan, so that it disappears.
Yeah.
It's like it's good, but it's really not. So it's good to pay down things to zero, not to pay them off. Like your credit cards, right?
Yeah.
Like, bro, I use my credit card. I have like probably like 8 to 10 credit cards. I use one every week.
Damn. How do you keep track of them?
I don't put anything major on them. Gas. And then how I really keep track of it is so if I use a credit card right now to get gas, by like 7 o'clock at night when I'm home, I pay it. I don't wait.
Oh, so you pay the same day?
Facts. I'm not creating that. I'm creating a history that I pay my shit.
Yeah, because see, I've had a few people tell me, like, you know, just pay it before the end of the month. Some people say, you know, pay it at the end of the week.
Yeah.
You know, But I wanted to, like, and I told somebody, like, can't I just do it and pay it right away?
Yes.
They was like, no, it's not good.
Credit history is this. You creating a story for me, a lender, to view. So it doesn't say the exact dates that you made your payments. It just says whether it got paid or not on your credit report.
Right.
So it's either going to be green, which is paid on time, or red, which is over 30 days. No, yellow over 30 days, red over 90 days.
Gotcha.
That's all they care about. If you took money, you paid it back. Word, I'm going to give you more money.
Interesting. See, this is the info that people need to know. It's that shit that people need to know. Because a lot of us don't know these things. You know, everybody's mind don't work for this type of stuff. You know what I mean? Which is why I've always been a cash money guy. My mind works more simple when it comes to things like this, right? Like, I'm starting to learn it. I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of credit cards or credit in general. I'm a cash money guy. I want something, I work, I save up, I buy it. It's just that simple, you know?
Nothing wrong with that. But here's the problem with cash.
Yeah, but in this society, that doesn't really help you when it comes to other things.
It's what you can prove in this society.
Right.
And you can't prove anything with cash.
Right. I can't go to a bank and be like, yeah, this is,
bro, prove to me you paid for that.
See, now,
that could have been donated, right?
Yeah. So, you know, it's a good system, but sometimes it's kind of bad because I feel like a lot of times it's set up to make you fail. Like, if you fail, they're going to gain from it almost. Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, listen, every credit card in America gives you money to use. It could be for 30 days interest-free. The minute you go one day over, you pay interest. Your interest, so when you see something 20%, it's 20%, right? So you times that balance you carry by 20%, and then you divide it by 12. So that's literally, so if it's $20, at $20 divided by 12 is what you pay in interest every month.
Right.
But my beef is this.
Just a little bit right there. And hold that up. I just want to make sure this line is nice and straight. Alright. Good.
So like my beef is this, right?
Yeah, you can talk.
We were trained to believe a credit card can only generate debt. Right? And I'm sorry to bring race into this, but white people love credit card because credit card generates points. You see the difference in the educational system that they have? So this credit card taught to me by my black friends, my black teachers and everything says, be careful, credit card generates debt, Bruno. You don't want debt. You don't want to owe nobody. Owing somebody is bad. Now, I'm going to switch it up and I'm going to sound like Timmy, okay? Babe, I'm going to book us that flight, and I'm going to use our credit card, because when we get there, we'll have, like, $200 in points that we can use to, like, maybe go to a nightclub or get a nice restaurant or something. Free money! Love it! Okay. Just make sure you pay off your debt by the end of the month, okay, babe? Or else, you know, there's no point in it. You see the difference in one and the other?
Makes sense.
One is a tool. The other one is like, yo, that's a crutch if you use it. It's not a crutch. It's really a tool. So, I use my credit card like this, like, bro, I'm at Walmart right now, and then I go to Best Buy, or I go to Stop and Shop, or Market Basket, wherever I do my food. And by the time I get to the card, I turn my card, I'm on my app transferring the money. I'm not trying to have that debt. I don't want no debt.
Right there. Yep. No, I see what you mean. Yeah, and that's kind of been my problem too, is because I've always been afraid. Like that makes a lot more sense to me.
Because
right?
you use cash for security.
Because I'm a cash money guy, right? So that makes a lot more sense to me, because now knowing that, okay, then I can get a credit card. If I got the cash to get my gas, I'll just go get my gas, and then I'll just pay it off that same day, right? Like,
so here's the best part too. Let's say you
don't
don't have a mobile app. Like, I don't even work for Bank of America.
Mm-hmm.
I work for Bakos, but Bank of America will allow you to go to the ATMs and pay cash for the credit card you used like 20 minutes ago. So you don't have to wait.
Really?
Yeah, you don't have to wait. Like, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, people have
Citizens Bank.
like when you start to like
say peace out, yo.
When you really start to look at like what banks do in order to like not look like the bad guy, there's a lot that they do. But you're right. They are betting that you're not gonna pay this shit off at the end of the month.
Yeah,
they don't want you to.
Game, right?
Yeah. Like, but they build all the technology to make sure that you can pay it, and that's what's important to them. I gave you the illusion of choice, but I know you ain't gonna do it.
Right. And that's the thing. So, and that's pros and cons, right?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like, the system, how it works in France, for example. At least as far as my understanding, it's not nobody really has bad credit. You either have credit or you don't, but your credit is based on work. Do you work? You do. Do you make a certain amount of money? Okay, you want this house? Okay, you got a job. All the jobs are on contract, you know what I mean? So you can get a job, be there for 6 months, but your contract is for 6 years, that's going to count. So you go to, I want this house. The judge, can you afford this house? You can. According to your job, what you get paid, you can afford this house.
So,
and
majority of high-paying jobs in the U.S. work on contract space, 2 to 5 years, right?
Right.
And banks all the time, that's how...
Yeah, you cut.
That's how we help doctors, nurses, everybody in the high-end sector. Is we know you don't have this money right now, especially when you get out of school, but I'm going to take your future income and kind of as if you've had it for 2 years already. So anything that's contract-based, a lot of banks will look at that like it's guaranteed, bro. So anything that has less risks, we'll give you the money.
Yeah. And so that's the thing, but that's what sucks is that the average person can't do that based on their job. But in France, the average person, you could work at McDonald's. You could literally work part-time at McDonald's. Okay, they'll sell you a house, they'll put you in a house.
Dunkin' Donuts is hiring $19.88 an hour, just so y'all know.
Right now?
Dunkin' Donuts. $19.88 an hour in Fall River. Could not believe it. Because I'm going to be pouring coffee for you guys on the side soon.
For $19 an hour?
And 88 cents.
I might be picking up a little part-time job, I'm just saying.
But like what you're saying, tips? Yeah, exactly. But just think about it like this: like, all right, I love Europe, right?
What?
I love Europe, but the problem
Europe.
With the banking system in Europe, it's relying a lot about what you have now and not what you will have in the future. In the U.S., my mom's only been in America probably for like 5 years, and her credit score is like immaculate. She has more offers for like businesses than I do, right? Because in that 5 years, she built such an amazing rapport with her credit score that banks like saliva over her because she presents literally no risk in terms of how her credit profile is. She's never been late. She pays her shit in full every month. She never carries a balance. In 5 years, my mother hasn't paid $1 in interest at all. But she uses her credit card every single week. But me and her, my mom's a literal person, bro.
Where'd your mom come from, though?
Cape Verde, yeah. So she like sat down. And
she got that whole First off, learn. Second off, she probably got a crazy work ethic.
Like crazy.
Like how they come from Cape Verde, bro. Their work ethic will shit on anybody, bro.
Bro.
Anybody. Yeah, that's interesting. No, but I do like the fact that it's easier to buy a house. You know what I'm saying? It's easier to buy a house. And even if you lose your job, and I'm not speaking for the whole of Europe, this is just for France.
Yeah.
But even if you lose your job, right, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to lose your house.
Same thing here.
So
let me give you an example.
Yeah.
I gotta look at the camera and maybe show you the picture. Hey, so if you are not married, and you make $44,000 a year or less in New Bedford, I can pretty much get you guys to get like $10,000 from the city of New Bedford to help you with down payment assistance to closing costs. It doesn't matter.
Is that per person or is that married couple?
Household income. So that means if you are married, single, and you have 2 kids and you make $45,000 or less, you got a free $10,000 to go into a house. So like right now, I just helped someone buy a house for $170,000 with zero money out of their pocket.
Damn.
Zero.
I'm gonna have to come see you, bro.
I mean,
first I gotta build up some credit.
Yeah, that's easy. I mean, we're gonna do that. Let me put it like that.
Yeah. I got I got Credit Karma.
Mm-hmm.
Credit Karma is suggesting that I open up a...
How many credit cards do you have?
None.
You need at least 2.
Right. So Credit Karma is telling me to start off by opening up like
Secured
a
card.
secured card, like $200.
Do the self first, like I told you. After
What?
you make self, if you do $100 a month, after 3 months, they
That's
take.
the way you pay yourself thing?
Yep.
Okay.
After 3 months, they will take $100 or $200 of that $300 you saved and open a secure card with you. But the problem is that other companies will do a ping on your credit. Self never pings your credit. It never checks your credit. It just does the business. You get what I'm saying? Like, so you don't. Every time someone checks your credit, it goes lower, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you gotta take
yeah.
a hit to get your credit up. That's
Which
stupid.
is, why is that?
So anytime you look for money, anything financial, we need something on your credit score to alert banks that like you're looking for money.
Yeah.
Because while you're looking for money and you're also getting money from other places, we want to be able to see that like score movements just
By the
indicate
way,
that you're accessing.
I just want to say, like, this is like life-changing information for you guys. All right, so just remember what channel you got this from, what show. The R2 Barbershop show. I don't even got a legit name for this shit yet, bro. I gotta work on a name. Somebody, yo, if you got a dope name for this show, suggest it in the comments. Alright?
Nah, facts.
But remember where you got it from, and remember that this man here is schooling y'all right now on all of this shit.
Hey, New Bedford and Fall River residents, free money as long as you make under $45,000. We can get you mortgages. Because there's a lot of like programs right now. There's even gap financing. There's like a lot of good things coming.
My boy B Rob said, he said, my credit good, asks about me in the streets.
What up, Brian? Hell yeah. Yo, that's my dude.
Who? Brian?
Yeah, he works at Baco's.
Is that the way you run?
No,
that's my boy Brian from Ohio.
Brian from Ohio. What up, bro?
Well, if you ever come down this way, Brian, just the man to talk to.
Anywhere in the East Coast, like any state on the actual coast.
Is
my
Ohio?
bank
Ohio's not East Coast.
No,
What is
it's
that?
like in center of the country, kind of.
That Midwest? I don't know. Is that what that is called?
Nah, but R2 like, bro, I won't lie to you, man. When I bought a house, it felt so like weird because like I signed for it, they gave me the keys. I mean,
it was like surreal.
It was like is someone gonna come and take it? Am I being punked? Even though you put in so much work, right? All right, it's like one of those things that really defines America. You went to bed with nothing, and today you woke up with something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I knew
the
I was
scary thing though is that America will find a way to try to take it from you too, though.
Hell
Any
yeah.
little thing, and that's one of my concerns too. Like I've always said for the longest time, I was like, yo, I don't want to own a house in America, because in a house, in a way, I feel like sometimes, and maybe this isn't true. Maybe this is just my impression, but I've always felt, and this is what I've seen from a lot of my friends, is that you buy a house in America, you almost become a slave to the house.
As if you buy like
Right.
people bidding outside their budget, $80,000 over asking. You gotta wait for that house to go up in value for years, bro. No, I didn't do that.
Yeah. The other thing is that, like, you know, America will take your house away. There's a lot of other countries that don't do that. Not, at least not as easily. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like, you know, like, all right, let me ask you this. Say you bought this house, it's $170,000, right? You've been paying on it for like
$340,000.
Huh?
340.
All right.
That's some real numbers.
What? All right, let's
That's
say
how much I paid.
340, right?
Uh-huh.
You've been paying on it for 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
The value of it has gone up now. Let's say now it's 500, right? You almost paid it off. Almost. You ain't quite paid it off, but you almost paid it off. But all of a sudden, you just like, I don't know, some catastrophe happened in your life that you're no longer able to pay it, right?
Mm-hmm.
What happens?
So let's say out of that, because usually a mortgage is 30 years. So out of that 30 years, you pay for 27 years on time.
Yeah.
And then the last 3 you have difficulties, right?
Yeah. Maybe you owe some taxes or something, I don't know, right?
So,
or something happened that you can't afford that house no more.
So here's the beautiful thing about America, guys. We call it separation of powers. For example, a bank cannot absorb your debt because you can't pay anymore. Because then, if I don't do it to every customer who can't do it, it's discrimination to every other customer.
True.
Feel me?
Yeah.
So I open up myself liability. So banks like to donate money to like NeighborWorks. They like to donate money to like a lot of these non-profit housing corporations, and those housing corporations can get federal aid funds sometimes from FEMA, HUD, a bunch of like housing organizations for the government. And to be real, R2, it's only if you really don't call anyone at all that you would lose that house, right? Mm-hmm. The minute you call and you like declare inability to pay, they'll put like a hardship flag on it, and what that does typically it takes the interest that you're supposed to pay and add it to the back of the loan until they figure out what you're gonna do. So you won't lose your house, but what you owed at the beginning of that 3 years, by the time you figure out you got a job, you start paying all this shit, add it to the back of the loan. So everyone who didn't pay their COVID, everyone that took advantage of the forbearance during COVID. Oh, you don't gotta pay. You don't gotta pay. No.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. All right, but now let's say you don't call. Let's say you're some old Portuguese lady, old Cape Verdean lady, don't really understand shit other than how to pay the bill, right? Like everybody, like you just old and by yourself now, right? And they come and take your house for whatever reason. You didn't call, right? So now you lost your house, right? They sold your house for $500 and something on the market, right? You only owed maybe, let's say you owed like $50,000 left.
You're gonna get the difference after they recoup their money, 100%.
Okay. Oh, so you do get the difference. All right.
And the bank, typically, to be real, right? Banks, it depends on really how much of an asshole you are during that, like you as a consumer, because I can me at the bank, I can try to be the good guy and really try to get you to that point where like I'm trying to avoid as much fee and make sure that we can sell it and give you some money, right? But there's banks that are like, nah, we're taking you to court for the house.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But so that's individually up to like that. There's a word for it.
But it could happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so that's the downside of the whole ordeal, right? Whereas I feel like in other countries that doesn't happen as much. Like in Cape Verde, can they do that? They take your house away from you in Cape Verde? Again? For hold it, I'm asking you questions and I can't even let you answer right now. Hold that thought. Hold on, people. He's gonna answer that question. I just gotta finish lining up the inside of his beard first. Got some work here. When was the last time you got a lineup? Couple weeks? Oh man. Can't be letting that happen, bro. I'm right here, bro. I'm right here. My nigga's door to you, bro. Nah, I know you didn't know that. But now you know. Almost done. Come on and dime me now. What bro, I'm saying, I'm telling bro, I'm coming to see the haircut for my guy. Word. I'm saying, bro, I'm here, dog. Come get that haircut. Come see me, bro. Come take a ride from Ohio. Come check out New Bedford, Massachusetts, right? Come try some of our bomb food. We got Portuguese food. We got Cape Verdean food. We got all kind of food, man, but we got the best fucking seafood.
Oliver.
Dogs, yo. We got the best seafood in the whole entire country. I don't care what anybody says on dogs. You can talk about Maine, you can talk about whatever you want, but New Bedford, Massachusetts, and probably Fall River too. But New Bedford probably even better because we got the docks. You know what I'm saying? Come here and get some scallops, ain't even been frozen yet. Come here and get some fish that ain't even seen ice yet. Shit was just breathing 20 minutes ago. The fish was breathing. Almost done, Bruno. I know you're dying to answer that question. Yeah.
So in Cape Verde, they can take your house, but it's not really like.
It's rare, isn't it? It's like extremely rare.
Like because once you build, it's not really taxes. How they're doing it now is they're allowing you to go and take out loans against your house. So like mortgages.
That's how they get in your house. Right. But other than that,
no.
Other than that, they can't take your house.
And once you build, you build.
Or say you bought the house, bought it outright cash, boom.
Yeah, you're good.
They can't take it.
No.
America can't.
Of course.
That's my issue.
So like, let's say me and you are brothers right now, right? And I'm in life, but we have one joint account, just one. And Uncle Sam finds out that you about that life and we have one account. You know, all my money that I worked hard for, 2 jobs and all that, could be taken away.
Yeah.
America don't play, bro.
It's not cool.
Nah.
Not cool at all.
Uncle Sam,
Which is why I always told my people, like, yo, I know you in the streets, you chasing that fast money, but that fast money don't last, bro. Because when you get caught up, you go into negative. Because they take all your money and you still got all these bills and debts now, bro. You negative.
I seen someone get arrested with $82,000 in a sneaker case. And by the time everything...
In a sneaker
box? At home, yeah. Bro,
who puts $82,000 in a sneaker box?
By the time that,
you should have just cut open your mattress.
dude, like, he got arrested. The girl he was with took like 30. I mean, she dipped to like Florida or something. My man was like,
she might as well took the whole thing. They gonna take
because like she knew she would get killed type of thing. But like, the thing is, he was stuck in jail for like a good 2 months because he didn't know who he could tell that he would trust to actually pay that. So. Just imagine that, dude. Just imagine that. I was like, sometimes
I didn't know who he could trust. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro.
That's how. Yo, let me ask you this though. What's up? Does that sponge work? You know the curling sponge. You know which ones? The ones that like have diamond spikes. I want to water for me.
Some people say it does. I don't know.
I don't know. I was asking because I was like,
I guess it does to a certain extent.
No, I want to water for my house. That's why I'm trying to find out if it was worth it.
I don't know. I think it works a little bit. Yeah. I don't use it, and the reason why is because like I feel like it's kind of gross.
It's personal. You can't be having it in your shop.
Yeah, but in the shop, like you can't wash it. How do you wash it?
No, and all that goes from one hand to another hand to another.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, brushes do too, but I could wash a brush.
Yeah, you can sanitize it. Man.
You know what I'm saying? I can't really do that with that. I don't know how. I wouldn't know how to do that. So it's like, some things I don't really do. I'm old school, man. I put some water in it, some gel.
No, that's
with the hands and.
You know how like people talk still like gel's bad for you and this. Bro, I got nappy hair, so I really don't care. Like I got some like good nappy hair. I ain't never
had no issue with gel. It's just gel.
Yo, you see this though, bro? This is mountain way here coming in, bro. I look like Jika right now. You know Jika? Like right here. There's one spot. Yeah, Jika, I said your name.
Jika, you just got mentioned.
Yeah.
They talking about your old white hair, man.
Damn, that nigga was old since
almost his whole family got that.
Yeah, everybody.
That's definitely.
One of the sisters died it though. She died it like.
Which one?
I think it's the youngest one.
No, one of them don't have it.
Oh really?
Rosie, I think doesn't.
No,
have
Rosie
it.
doesn't have it, but the younger one did have it, and then she like dyed it off.
She did?
Yeah. I don't know. If I had that kind of cool patch.
I always thought it was kind of cool.
Yeah, me
like
too.
A little road patch.
You know what I mean? Like.
I always thought it was kind of cool.
What the fuck is that? How'd you get that? I remember the first time I seen it.
They all got it. Yep. Chico, we made you famous, bro. We mentioned you on the show. Bruno, you never got a shave from me, have you? Gonna learn today.
Let's see.
Gonna learn today.
So how long have you been doing this?
Cutting hair? Licensed or unlicensed?
Both.
All together? Just in the barbershop or high school too?
You consider yourself a pro in high school, or were you learning in high school?
I mean, I was doing mean lineups in high school. I wouldn't fade into nothing. I'd give you one piece in a lineup like a pro.
You ever work at Tropicals?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I worked at Tropicals.
So you remember Carlos and Khalid?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was there when Carlos passed away, man. Good dude, man.
Good soul, bro. Good soul.
Good fucking dude.
Bro, I
to this day, I don't understand that one, man. Like, you see him right there. I got him right there.
Yeah, you do.
Got him right there on the wall, bro.
Yeah, right on the left side.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah. Also got that dude right there. You know that dude? You know that motherfucker
That's
right
a
there?
K-Rating boxer, right? What's his name? Will? No.
That's my boy Wilson.
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
you know who Carlos learned how to cut his hair on? Giselle. Correct me if I'm wrong. Me, Kioma. There's like two more people. We used to go after church to Tropicals to get our haircut by them.
What, on Sunday?
Yeah, on Sunday, bro.
Yeah.
Like free haircuts.
Yeah, they used to do that sometimes, free haircuts. They was teaching Zenny after, on Sundays. Zenny would go there. They would teach him how to cut hair, and in turn, he would clean the shop. Or help clean the shop.
So, like, the dudes that really work at United all, like, started at Tropicals, pretty much. Every single one of them.
I don't know. I wouldn't say that. There's people that had never seen Tropicals, but now there's dudes that have never worked at Tropicals. But the original, most of them are there.
Would you say every Cape Verdean barber started off in Tropicals in New Bedford?
No, I didn't start off in Tropicals.
Where'd you start off?
I started off at Lucio's before it wasn't even Lucio's. It was Fabiola's.
Who started first? What Cape Verdean family you could say had the barbershop game in New Bedford? It was definitely Giselle, right?
There must have been Cape Verdeans before Giselle.
But the biggest one was Giselle.
Yeah, and he definitely had the biggest Cape Verdean barbershop up until probably Lucio's.
Yeah.
And he was still bigger than Lucio's.
By far. Lucio wasn't really a competition.
Lucio
made his money, bro.
Lucio's was competition. For sure.
But not with Cape Verdeans. Lucio had more like non-Cape Verdean clientele, in my opinion.
Well, Lucio, it wasn't so much Lucio that had non-Cape Verdean clientele. It was, also non-Cape Verdean clientele, but so did Tropicals. It was mixed also, but Tropicals was more like the CV hub of,
people used to sell CDs out of Tropicals. Remember that? They put out music.
They still got CDs there. You want to trim the beard at all?
What do you think? It looks good like that?
It depends if you're trying to grow it out, but I would like to trim it.
Nah, trim it then.
Yeah? All right. Trim that up. Chin up. blend it in with these little spots right here. I don't want to go too low on you because I know you're trying to keep some of it. I'll probably run a 2 on there. Yeah, nah, he was definitely like the spot, but you know, it depends because King Cuts was open. I don't know if Darren King is Cape Verdean, but I mean, some of the guys working there were Cape Verdean, you know, but it wasn't the same because it wasn't like, you know, the Cape Verdean from Cape Verde.
Tropicals had a vibe.
Yeah, Tropicals had the Cape Verdean vibe, period.
Vibe.
But, you know, it was a different time, you know what I mean? There was nobody doing it at the time, you know what I mean?
That's like, to be real, I know it's gonna sound weird, but I feel like when Carlos passed away, a big part of Tropicals went with him because, like,
of course,
that dude was he was an invisible glue.
Even Jose said this. He said, "Listen, I own Tropicals, but Carlos made Tropicals."
Yeah, facts.
Legit. More than anybody. More than anybody.
He kept
more
that
than
place
Carlitos.
together.
Carlitos. Not talking bad about him or nothing, but Carlitos, no Carlos. There was no Carlos. Not in my opinion. Not in the haircut and skill. Not in the personality. Not in the the way that Carlos would bring people together.
He wasn't a popular son at all, bro. Not to be a dick.
Nah, he was Carlitos. Not to be a dick either, but Carlitos was more like Carlos' brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what people call him.
It was all about Carlos, though. But because Carlos just had that soul, man. He had that good soul. That genuine, I care about people and want to help people out.
I did Taekwondo with him, too.
Oh, you do Taekwondo?
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up.
Mr. Costa.
Tang Sudo.
No, they did Taekwondo.
Master Costa, the Cape Verdean?
That works at the Y now, too. No, my son does Tang Sudo with Mr. Costa. You're talking about.
Oh, okay. All right.
This is, he used to be, you know that building on Union and County, the one that has like a radio station in it where 417 used to be? So Union and County, right?
They got a bull there too. A
Narrow
building or something?
Yeah.
Yep.
Nah, Mr. Costa, Tang Sudo. He's good, bro.
Mm-hmm. He goes to the tournaments of the dojo, our dojo. Well, I can't say my dojo's not my dojo, but the dojo I go to. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it is my dojo. That's my family too. Shit. We hold tournaments. He's always invited.
So, quick question though, like,
so,
because I'm gonna change up the subject.
Holla at me.
What are your thoughts on the Cape Verdean Association in New Bedford?
I don't know much about it, man. I really don't. I just know it exists. I don't know much about it.
So you think?
Hold on 1 second. I know. Didn't they take that old theater building up north and fix it up, and they were supposed to do something there? Or, I don't know what happened to that.
The Strand building. Yeah.
What happened to that?
Mm.
Place is nice too. Nice little spot there.
2 years it'll be open.
2 years?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. So yeah, I don't know much about the Cape Verdean Association to really speak on it. I've never been deep into that kind of stuff. So I've never done. I don't do too many associations of any kind because in my experience they tend to not work, man. Like, I don't know. That's just in my experience. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because it's always.
I joined it.
And I hate to say it, but I feel like Cape Verdeans don't look out for each other as much as we should.
Yeah, I mean.
And when it comes to situations like that, in my experience, I see a lot of times guys let ego get the best of them.
Yeah.
I'm the president. I'm the boss. This is gonna be my way. Don't listen to nobody else. Guys come up with good ideas. They don't.
Collaboration and cooperation
right.
are the only things that can really make anybody successful.
I don't see that. I don't see that as much as I would like to see that. You know what I mean? So that's why I don't tend to do that kind of thing. But I have nothing against it. I just don't know that much about it because I've always just been like on the sidelines. You know what I mean? I watch from the sidelines. If shit looks good, I'm like, hey, let's party. If shit ain't good, I'm like, all right, I ain't joining this shit. You know?
Yeah, cause like I joined them this year, and I kind of want to like the main reason why I joined it was because like what like can we be out there more? Can we make sure people have like some sort of sense of who we are and what we want to do? And they do a good job at raising the funds and all that, but like now it's like let's get the people in New Bedford to like actively like if you're Cape Verde and you need information about anything, just reach out to them. But yeah, you know like it's crazy.
That would be nice.
I mean, it's crazy that like bro, to be real, Guatemalans and Hondurans have only been in New Bedford for like probably the last 20 years. And they could close off a block and have a house block party. You know me Antonio's, the restaurant?
Yeah.
You know, every year when they have their little get together and they close the streets off.
I didn't even know they did that.
Yeah. Cape Verdeans can't do that though. We could try, but we can't.
Why is that?
Organization. Like bluntly said, bro. It's what you like. I agree with you. When it comes to supporting one another,
like, all right, who's in charge of like the Cape Verdean parade in Bedford?
there was a committee for that.
Okay.
So like you know Valdir?
Which one?
The realtor?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a part of it. Yeah.
All right.
He's a part of it.
I think he told me that he signed up, but he hasn't always been a part of it, right?
No, before that.
Just recently, because like last couple of years, it was like nothing happened.
Because like people don't like even like all right, so like I asked them yesterday like, yo, are we planning anything for 2022? Well, COVID. I'm like, well, let's plan. And the worst thing that we did was plan. You know what I'm saying? Like, plan to plan is my. It's really like I know that it may not happen, but like if we can, like dude, in 2 years when that building opens, it's supposed to be like a cultural center for arts and Cape Verdeans.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you ever want to throw a show, you and the groups of people that are Cape Verdean rappers, artists that want to have a studio to show your art, like that's the place you're going to be reaching out to in this area. But because we have no building, they're not proactively trying to like get that mindset ready.
Right. Take a nap, my friend. We'll come back to this conversation in a minute. And now it's nap time. People, I just want y'all to see how I treat my clients, alright? Everybody gets a hot towel. You're getting a full package, you're getting a hot towel. Look at the steam coming off of that shit. That shit's hot. Hot. Tell me if it's too hot. Good?
Mm-hmm.
Nap time. And just let him marinate right there for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, this actually feels good.
Feel good, bro. I'm telling you. They don't know. They don't know who we be. They don't know how I do. It's R2.
So R2, can you freestyle or do you have to write?
Bro, I used to be able to freestyle when I was young. I got too much shit going on, bro. I'm like falling back on music altogether. Just because it's just, you know, I got too much going on, bro. I'll be 40 next year. I don't look it though, right? You know what I'm saying? I'll be 40 next year. Wife, kids, business, drama. It's too much. You know, one of the things I said, you know, and props to everybody, you know, to artists out in Cape Verde, yo, hip hop is getting real big out in CV and CV diaspora, right? But one thing that people in CV have, two things that they got an advantage over us. Maybe one. I don't know if one is really an advantage to them, but two things that, if in my position, seems like an advantage is one, studio time, beats, all of that shit out there is dirt cheap compared to us. You know what I'm saying? We pay beaucoup bucks, bro, to make a song. To make a song and a video, it's retardedly, it's expensive, bro. Like, especially if you want to do a good song and video, right? Unless you want to just do the cheap route and say, hey, have a bunch of my boys and some girls shaking their thing on this fancy car that I asked somebody to come park over here, right? I mean, that's a cheap video to a certain extent, but you're still probably playing anywhere between like $500 and $1,000 just for the video, right? But then you got to pay the beat man and the guy recording you and the mixing and mastering and all that. So you might spend $1,000, $2,000, even $3,000 on one song. You know what I'm saying? Out in CV, guys are getting songs done for $300, bro.
A whole song, huh?
Actually, I think it was Elio Battaglia told me that he recorded his whole album out there for $300. The whole album. I was like, damn, bro. Obviously, it's not counting videos and stuff, but even a video, you can get a high quality video on CV for like, you know, I mean, probably charging us more because we're from out here, right? Mm-hmm. But yeah, like 500. You know what I'm saying? So that's one big advantage, but again, like I said, it might not be an advantage to them because they also don't make the kind of money that we make as fast as we make it out here, right? But you know how it is out here, man. Like, you make $1 and before you even put it in your bank account, it's gone. Mm-hmm. Like, it almost doesn't matter how much money you make, bro. It's like you're always living paycheck to paycheck. You know what I'm saying? I mean, unless you're like really swimming in money and not living lavishly, right? Which it's doable, but it's just, you know, when you're like a indie artist like myself, you know what I mean? You can't really afford that, man. Every time I do a song or make a video, that's money out of my kid's mouth, and then people don't buy the music. They just want to go watch it on YouTube for free. And they won't even like or subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got, like, one of my songs got 10,000 views, but how many likes do I have? How many comments? How many subscribers did I get off of that? It's not that many. You know what I mean? The other thing is that in CV, people have time. They got crazy amounts of time compared to us, I feel like. What's this?
How many streams do you have to get to make $1?
To make $1, exactly. This is my point. YouTube music, to make $1, you need 1,250 views or plays.
Streams. Mm-hmm.
Spotify, 315. Pandora, 752. Tidal, yeah, you know what? I heard Tidal pays the best, but now, according to this, Napster pays the best, no?
I don't even go on Napster anymore.
But that's the thing. That's why they're paying the best.
Mm-hmm.
Apple Music, Amazon Music. That's crazy.
Apple Music's really good, though, compared to Google.
Like it doesn't YouTube? Say Google here, but Amazon, YouTube. Yeah. It's like half of Amazon. Right? YouTube, yeah, you need a stupid amount of money. But here's the problem though. How many people are doing that?
Bro, so for every 10,000 views, you only make $10.
So, but yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Like, when you make your money back for the video that you just spent like $5,000 on?
You don't. We don't. Which is why, like, a lot of people have asked me, yo, why don't you do more music? I'm like, because guys ain't buying the music. Nobody's buying it. If you ain't buying the music, if you ain't streaming it, right, I'm not making a penny. We're not getting shows because shows is going to either the people that's doing it for free or setting up their own shows, right? Mm-hmm. Which, you know...
How many hours did you rack up this year on Spotify? People listening to you.
I don't know, bro. I can tell you... Yo, I don't even, like, nobody even does it.
No, I'll tell you how much. I got you.
Yeah, I don't know. Nobody even does it, though. All my songs, all my most recent songs are on there. But nobody...
So you never put it on Apple Music, though?
I'm on everything.
Let me see.
I'm literally on everything. Go check it out. Tell me. I'm on Apple Music. I'm on Google.
What's
I'm on all of that.
Apple Music?
R2's Mike Slayer.
Yeah.
The Mike Slayer.
D.A.?
No. T-H-E. I wrote it in English.
Well, it's your phone's right now.
Oh, M-I-C. Slayer. Space Slayer.
Yeah, oh, is that one? Motherfucker. My son,
Want me to take it for you?
no, my son put it in my library.
Oh.
There we go. Yeah, man, you got some songs in here.
Yeah, I got a few songs.
So like so you just go on a computer and you claim the artist. It's like it shows you how many plays you get and all that, and it tells you like what country's listening to you the most and all that shit.
Yeah.
So
well, I can look that data up. I haven't done it recently because I'm like, you know, every time I did it, it's not really accumulating that much. But I'm on everything. I promote it. I tell people all the time, go check me out on this, go check me out on that. Download the music, do this, do that to help me out. Very few people do it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, like, if I drop a video right now, everybody's going to rush to YouTube, go watch the video, right? I'll rack up the views, but I don't make no money off of that. Because, for one, before I could even make money off of YouTube, right, I got to rack up 1,000 subscribers and I forget how many hours per month of watch time before I'm even eligible to get paid. That makes sense, right? If you listen to my songs on YouTube Music, I'll get paid, but we already seen what the numbers is of that for you to get $1, right? So the artist never gets to see really an income. Like, that's why people out here ain't doing it, because we can't live off of this. We can't continue to just pay dollar after dollar after dollar out of our own pockets. You know, when we got lives and stuff, we got bills to pay, right? All of this stuff. $3,000 is a lot, man. 1,000's a lot. And it's like, for what? Just for the sake of saying, ooh, I got a song out. Hey, I'm an artist. That's something I've been preaching for years. Like, you know, the only way it's worth it to us is if either people buy the music, which is like, yo, you can go to Apple Music and download the song right now. It's yours. You bought it. Boom. $1 for that song. $1. That's it. $1. $1 ain't shit. You could just be like, hey, I like this song. Well, download it for $1. You could be like, hey, that's my boy. Let me support him with $1. Right? It ain't nothing. If everybody that claims to be my fan, right? And I'm not saying some people are claiming to be my fan and ain't. I'm just saying, like, if everybody that says they're a fan of mine or Nova Rainers or something like that, right, went to Amazon or Google Play or whatever and just bought the songs for $1, right? We would make enough money. Probably, like, listen, let me put it this way: if everybody that viewed my video, any one of them, it could be it could be just like, you know, the one that got like 1,000 views. If everybody that viewed that video was like, hey, you know what, let me put in $1 to support this dude, you know what I'm saying? Off of that one video, I could probably produce you like another 2-3 songs. Maybe not another video, but I could produce you another 2-3 songs without coming out of my own pocket, without taking food out my kids' mouths or saying, hey, son, sorry, I can't buy you this, you know, new thing that you want because daddy got to spend this $1,000 on making a song so people can say, hey, look, he's an artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's either like people really got to start using these apps and adding people to streams, right? Which, again, it doesn't add up to much. Like, you need thousands and millions to really start to see some change, right? Or you just buy the song for $1. You know what I'm saying? Or just pay us a decent amount to do shows. It's that simple. Like, you know, but guys want you to do a show for $200. I'm like, bro, $200, what's that covering? That's not even covering the outfit that I gotta buy to go do the show. Because what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go do a show in the outfit that I cut hair in every day. Like, that's not interesting. Kits all scuffed up. Like, you want me on stage?
Looking my best.
I gotta look my best. So that being said, I gotta go to the store. I gotta buy a shirt, a pair of pants, some sneakers. You know what I'm saying? And it's not being vain. This is the artist world. This is what you gotta do. You don't go there and just, you know, Joe Schmo clothes, right? To a show, you know. you know, I gotta transport my. If it's local, I gotta drive myself there. That's gas money, right? I can't be drinking the whole time before I go on stage because I gotta be able to perform. But I'm not gonna be going on stage and forgetting lines. You know what I'm saying? Because I was drunk or slurring my words, right? So I gotta be able to perform. So it's a job. Mm-hmm. So when you want us to come out there and do a show for $200, like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not. And we ain't like DJs, right? Like a DJ will get a gig tonight, tomorrow night, and the night after. And then next week, and the same thing. Artists, we don't get it like that. We get a show once in a while. Unless we're doing a tour, we get a show once in a while because I'm not gonna do a show in New Bedford today, a show in Brockton tomorrow, a show in Boston the next day, and then next week do it again. Nobody's gonna go. They're gonna, well, you was already here last week. Well, I'm not gonna go see you twice in a row. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So pay us a decent amount, man. Like, and then like, if I get paid a decent amount, I might be able to produce a song with every show that I do.
And not only that, I think too that like it sucks because like it's a passion, but it's like
right.
You know,
exactly. You know, which is why like, oh, why didn't you produce an album? Like, who's gonna produce me an album? You gonna produce me an album? The artwork. The beats, the everything, like it's a lot of work. It's a lot of fucking work. Number one, number two, who's putting up that money? Because it might cost like I know people that spent $10,000 on producing an album. Guess how much they got back from it? Nothing. They got back a recognition. Yo, that was a dope album. Yo, I fucking love that song. Oh, the
that line was crazy.
Oh, did you buy the album? Well, nah. My boy burnt it for me. Like back when people was burning CDs.
And you're looking at them like, you shouldn't even tell me.
Like, damn, dog. Not to mention, like, you know, how much you get raped. Like, yo. Not to bring up old news, and I'm not going to mention any names. But we went to France. All right. Do you remember? I don't know how old you was at the time, but do you remember, like, Novoreino's first single?
Lady Mac?
Huh? Lady Mac, a single. It was like 2 songs on there, right? Mm-hmm. Do you remember the cover and the CD? What it looked like? What did the CD look like?
The CD like was printed on with the image of the art cover, right?
No, I think you're thinking of the second CD or the.
What did the first one look like?
The first 2 CDs were just the CDs themselves had no ink on them. It was just like
handwritten.
It was it wasn't handwritten. No, it was just a silver CD, just silver. There was no paint on it. It was silver, and it had like, you know, the name and everything. It was etched in.
Yeah.
But it was just, you know,
no
laser,
ink.
no ink or nothing. It was just lasered in.
Yeah.
Right. So very simple. It was the cheapest way to go. It was the absolute cheapest way to go. Right. Okay. We printed up like 1,500 of those CDs. They all sold out. Right. Like they were selling in Praia for $1,500 escudo.
Yeah.
Which is insane for a CD with 2 songs selling for $1,500 escudo. Right. Okay. Couple years later, we get to France. We're in France to do a show. Some girl comes up to me like, "Yo, I'm your biggest fan out here. Yo, I've been following you guys since the first CD. It got it right here. Can you sign it for me?" I'm like, "Yeah, no problem." She gives me, it was a sleeve. I don't know if you remember that sleeve. It was like blue and stuff, and we was mad young, super baggy clothes, right? She gives me the sleeve. I'm like, "Yeah, no problem." Pull out my marker. You know, I'm going to France. I got to bring the Sharpie with me, right? I pull out my marker. I'm like, yeah, no problem. Pull out the CD. I'm like, wait a minute. The fuck? This CD looked better than the CD we had, bro. Like, it was legit. It was like professional. Had the paint with the letters were different. It was baby blue. I was like, looked at her. She was like, what? I looked at the fellas. I'm like, yo, y'all see this? They're like, yeah, what the fuck is that? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, yo, this ain't our single.
But it was.
She's like, oh no, that's your single. I'm telling you, that's your single. We know. I bought that shit at the store as soon as it came out. I was the first one to get it. I'm like, this ain't our single. We didn't produce this. Like, what the fuck?
Y'all got copies. A Chinese system right there, bro. So
somebody
the
made
whole
out.
of France.
Somebody made out. I'm just saying, the whole France got a different CD than what we printed out. I don't even know if Portugal. I don't even know what happened. That's just in France. I mean, for all I know, it could have happened in Portugal, could have happened in Cape Verde too. I don't know.
In all reality, I could have sold 30,000 albums, just not know.
We don't know, right?
See, this is why it makes sense when you see.
To this day, and again, I'm not gonna mention any names, but anybody who knows. To this day, only one person saw the money from that single. One person. Out of everybody involved, one person saw the money from that single. Not mentioning no names, because it's not even worth it. It's old news. It's spilt milk. Not bringing it up. But I'm just saying. This is the type of shit that you go through as an artist, as an indie artist, or any type of artist, right? Who doesn't have a label and a whole squad pushing your shit, right? It would be nice if I had like a producer like, yo, too, you ain't got to worry about nothing, bro. Just rap. Yo, if that was the
career
case,
would have been so much different.
Bro, if I had somebody just be like, yo, just rap, and I had the time that Cats and CV have, dog, I'll produce you a track every single day, I promise you, bro. I'll produce you an album every month. Give me that type of time and peace of mind.
See that?
But in America, you can't do that.
Because you get up at the crack of dawn.
Bro, even if you get up at the crack of dawn, there's just not enough time in the day in America. We wake up, rush to get dressed, bring the kids to school, get back home real quick. Boom, yep. This is my day, right? Get up, bring the kids to school, get back home real quick, shower, brush my teeth, get my coffee, boom, boom, head to work. Pull my 8-hour shift, go home, see my kids, maybe cook them some dinner, eat some dinner with them, whatever. By the time I get home, it's like 9 o'clock, dog.
But you got a lot of discipline because you're self-employed, so you be.
Look at what time. What's the time? It's 8:50. This is. I'm finishing right now. Yeah. I still gotta clean, so I'm probably not getting home tonight till 10. But
no, I'm not hoping.
But typically, I don't get home till like 8:30, 9 o'clock. Yeah, no. Right? Like when do I have time to say I'm gonna sit down and write these lyrics? It takes a lot for me to sit down and write lyrics. Most of my songs that I've produced, you know, have been songs that I like. It's taken me years.
So you write, you leave it there, come back to it. That's
sometimes I write, I leave it there, I come back. Maybe I got a verse in today. I'll come back like a month later. Maybe
so
get another verse in. Like
you kind of go with the flow.
Yo, Agua actually was fairly quick. Agua was fairly quick.
Was that one of your classes?
Boy Traz I had for like 10 years, bro. The lyrics. I had for like 10 years before I finally was just like, alright, let me drop Boy Traz. This Biz and Me I had for probably like 5 or 6 years before I dropped it. Linha Terra I probably had for...
Yeah, man, you really do need a production team because you can't.
You can't, bro.
You can't be sitting on work that long.
You can't. You spread. You know, Sterling one time had this conversation. We had this conversation. I was like, Sterling, you know what the problem is, man? Is that you're spreading yourself too thin. That's a thing, especially here in America, because we don't have nobody to produce us. Nah. Who's producing who in America? Nobody. You're either producing yourself or you ain't. All the producers are overseas right now. Nobody gives a shit about us out here. Like
unless they come to make the money. All they care about when they need money is to come and put this shit in America for a few weeks.
Yeah.
Bro, you heard about the show that at Providence?
Which one? Don Cafulia?
Yeah. You heard about the money that these niggas made?
I was there, but no, I'm sure they made a killing.
Like, what you think is a killer?
Huh?
What you think is a killer? I know someone that was in the money room, bro.
What do I think is a killing? What, just off of that show?
Like that whole weekend show, because I think
they was charging $50 at the door. Yeah,
they made over
DJ Barber. Yeah, that's about right. DJ Barber fucking just like kidnapped me and brought me there. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know it was going down. He brought me there. He was like, "Oh, we're just gonna go check out this little day party." I'm like, "All right, cool." Go check out the day party, thinking like it's a barbecue or something. You know what I'm saying? When we got there, I'm like, "Bro, this the club?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Nigga, I ain't even dressed for this shit." He's like, "Oh, you look good. You look good." I'm like, "All right, fine." With my fucking karate hoodie.
Fuck it.
All right. So we get to the door. You know, I'm like, all right, you know, fuck it. We going in, we going in. I didn't know the price, bro. We get to the door, there was like $50. I was like, for what? Who? Why? Bro, I didn't even know who was performing.
Some people paying $75. Yo, can you think about that, though? What?
Real quick. I think I saw something real quick.
What Cape Verdean market? From Orlando to your, like, what market can a Cape Verdean artist go in a matter of 5 days make?
Drangafulia ain't make that kind of money.
No. But he generated that kind of money is what I'm trying to tell you.
He helped, yeah. But it wasn't just him. It was him, MC Prego Prego. There was Big Dylan. There was Morito and V2. There was a bunch of artists.
There was a bunch of money behind it.
Yeah.
But, dude, $240,000.
Yeah. 240?
That's what I heard. No, he didn't turn around.
From that one show?
From that weekend show. Because he did one in Rhode Island and another one in the Boston area.
Okay. Oh, yeah, because he did Strand. Strand was big. Because I was going to say, like, I would definitely say quite a few thousand just in Providence, but it wasn't that big.
No. Between his whole, like, I mean, I just think that if this Cape Verdean's pulling that kind of number in a month for like, art, like, clearly we, like... Yeah.
But they won't do that. They won't do that for an artist from here.
Or they won't...
They won't do that for
like, nobody's paying for granted. They're taking you for granted. That's what it is.
Yeah, nobody is going to pay...
Bro.
You know, like, for not that they won't, but at least, I don't know, maybe they won't, nobody's trying, but nobody's just trying to, like, help out any artists from around here. They
all overseas, but, like, you know Jika?
Which one?
Gilson.
Pick my raffle winner. Yeah, this was the raffle winner right here, bro.
What up, Terrell?
This was the raffle winner right here. Sorry, I kind of ignored you guys for a little bit, but Barber says she wants a hot towel. Barber, come get one. Come get a hot towel. I got you.
Jika. He raps really good.
Which Jika? Gilson?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But he won't. Yeah. He won't try anything because
Gabiru. That's my guy.
He doesn't feel any support from. Bro, I mean, my man is skillful with the words, but
he is. But he's in the same boat.
Exactly.
He's in the same boat, the same predicament.
I can't take from my kid to give it to you a year. That's,
one thing I hate the fact that artists, and like. The artist gets the shit end of the stick, period. Yeah. I don't care what anybody tells you.
The word gets used and abused.
So, DJs, nothing against DJs. We need y'all. Just saying, this is not talking shit. DJs, use your music to make money.
The hosts. Everybody loves hosts.
Right? They use your music. So, like, we create the music. They play it at the club. Right? We need them. I'm not saying we don't need them. Right? They get paid to just spin other people's music. Right? The investment is very low. You buy the equipment, it's there, that's it. All you got to do is spin the songs after that. You just download, spin.
Gotta pick the right order, though. That's important.
Yeah. I'm not saying they're not putting in work.
Yeah.
They definitely are. But the investment is low. They buy the equipment, that's it.
The risk is relatively low, too. You know
and they'll get paid like $400 every night, 3 nights in a row.
Yeah. Meanwhile, they're offering you $200 for live performance.
For live performance on a song that I spent thousands to make. Oh, why don't you do more shows? Because cats ain't paying me right, and I know my worth, and I refuse to let anybody just use me as a way to make money if I ain't gonna make money.
So like
you know what I'm saying? So even he's in the same boat. You know what I mean? It costs a lot of money. You gotta pay the beat guy. Right around here, good luck finding a beat for less than 300, 3 to 5 is what it's averaging. Depends on who you go. If you go to KR, you're looking at $1,200.
Bro, I went to Kenny RC's music video. You know Kenny.
Yeah.
The Fox's brother.
Yeah.
But like it seems like New Bedford has a lot of like talent. That's what I'm trying to get people to see. But it's like we'd rather spend money to hear shit that we hear on the radio, like just because they're not from here. But then when they come here, they don't do anything over here for the fans, though. Meanwhile, you guys working the whole time just for the fans to have new shit, to bang out to your shit. It's not like so you can walk around saying that's my shit you're banging out to. It's just you're doing it because you want your fans to be happy with you.
Exactly. And don't get me wrong, like unfortunately, the only thing you get out of this is clout and social status for the most part. Like unless you're.
So like Cape Verdean Association, do you think they would like have like host rappers to be able to like have a big show in New Bedford one day?
I don't know.
Or do you think that brings a bad stigma?
I think there is a bad stigma. You know what I'm saying? I think there is a bad stigma. So, I don't know. I'm not saying it's Cape Verdean Association.
No, I'm saying
I'm thinking. I think rap in general
so like
has a bad stigma.
So like I work like this nonprofit that I'm like I'm with, and I want to like actually pick people's brain to see like how should we adapt? Like, should we go for tabanca? Should we go for old school shit, or should we like try to like the blended approach where I'm gonna like encourage hip hop artists as much as I'm gonna encourage the actual cultural.
I feel like it's got to be a healthy mix.
Yeah,
right?
like George's new album.
Yeah,
that shit right there.
It's got to be.
I'm a critic.
Mix,
I hate Georgie, by the way. Like I'm a fucking strong critic, but his no. I feel like there was a period in his life where he associated his songs a lot with R&B, the American market. He wouldn't call it kizomba. He wouldn't call it like he literally called his music R&B for a while, and I'm like, why?
But was it R&B?
So Nelson Freitas, you would call him an R&B singer? He sings a lot.
Nelson Freitas, I would call him a world music singer.
But
because he's doing more than one style, right? But like,
but it's all centered on kizomba.
I don't know. Is it all centered on? I can't say I've heard every single song of his.
No, I mean, I'm not saying it either. But
I tend to follow. I'm kind of guilty of this. Is I tend to follow American rap.
Yeah, and like
even that I don't even follow like that no more.
But bro, my point is, you hear like Georgie like giving an interview, and they're like, oh, they say the genre of song, and you correct them like, no, my genre is actually R&B, and I'm like. And meanwhile, we go to Canada tomorrow. We walk into any nightclub, you'll find passada, kizomba, from France, from Dakar, from Cape Verde, from Angola, being played in Canada on blast.
Stuff, yeah.
Bro, like no, dude, they can dance it up there. Like I was like,
well, I would say this, like I guess it depends on the songs and what he was doing at the time, because you can't just be like, oh, this is my genre. Like you can't really dictate what is your genre if the song isn't that genre, right? Like I can't turn around and be like, oh, I'm not a hip hop rapper. I'm a funana artist. Like, no, you're not.
But like hip hop Creole, right, is hip hop. So it's like the American influence and culture identity is hip hop.
Yeah.
Kizomba and R&B are two completely separate bodies of work. And for you to say because there's a bigger audience in R&B, you're gonna take your kizomba work and call it R&B to have. Yeah,
you can't do that, right?
So like for example, point.
So I feel like Novo Reino's first albums wasn't truly hip hop.
But like I felt like it was storytelling of Cape Verdean's experience in America.
I like to call it Zouk Hop.
I can see why. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Because the beats were like Zouk beats with a hip hop adaptation, and we were rapping on it.
Yeah,
so I was rapping. It was rap.
It was a pop though, so I understand.
Yeah, it was. I like to call it Zouk Hop because it was rapping over Zouk beats. So let's call it Zouk Hop. You know what I'm saying?
I noticed it, but rap, whatever, I think it was very well blended though. Like this thing.
No, it was. It's like Justin Bieber. He did that and tried saying he ain't pop. He's R&B. Yeah, no.
I mean,
you pop, man. You pop. Pop music.
Hey, Justin Bieber be making something.
But it ain't really R&B.
It ain't, but the producing team behind him is of R&B origin.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
Usher's whole squad influences how he puts it. They'll hear it, like you hear Justin Bieber in his music, but then you hear the R&B influence taking over his music. And that's Justin, that's Usher coming in like, this is like, a nigga is going off, I need you to sound more like this. And because of that, well blended, like he still keeps his pop, which brings in the white audience. But bro, even black dudes like me, I look at Justin Bieber like, alright, it's just fine, like I can't hate on Justin. But it's like he respects it.
Fuck him. Fuck you, Justin. Nah.
But Georgie, bro,
I just don't like Justin Bieber's like attitudes.
Hey, please share this because Georgie, remember, bro, Cape Verdeans made you famous, not Americans. Just remember that. I mean, I'm on R2's show. He's out of this.
No comment.
Because one day he's gonna probably do a song with you. But on some real, Cape Verdeans made you famous.
Hey, he said that.
Bro,
I don't know.
What's the name of that Cape Verdean rapper from some state that got deported?
His history, so I don't know.
No, LG Beats Killer.
Oh, LG, yeah.
Best thing that happened to that nigga, right, is
getting deported.
When he got to Cape Verde and realized how much love was out there for him, even when he was trying to come back. that love and the fact that he recognized that love is what really propelled him. Because being deported is one thing, I mean, whatever. But getting there and then realizing, like, because, you know, as soon as people find out you're deported...
LGO's had a certain drive.
That vibe.
He had a vibe, but he had a drive.
Yeah.
Is the thing. He had a drive. You know what I'm saying?
Meanwhile, you know, Georgie was like 12 years old and someone wrote him a song and he sang pretty good. And I'm not going to go into that, though.
Who's that? What song was that?
Well, remember...
I do know.
His very first song, bro. His older brother wrote it for him.
Was it Imigração?
No. Dude. Hold on. I'm going to put this on there right now because this is George's first song. Oh, my God. Yo.
I don't know what it's called.
Rosalind,
there was a line that said somebody was rapping in like soft rap. And he was like, Imigração, solução para tudo que vai dar.
Yeah, that's the song. I'm trying to remember it.
I'll say this, as a 12-year-old, that little boy can sing his ass. I remember listening to that, I'm like, yo, this little boy can sing his ass off.
And he could,
by all
means.
Holy shit, yeah, he could.
I'll never take that away from him.
But yeah, it's tough though, man. It's tough. But yo, thank you for coming, bro.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you for showing me that love and support. You know what I'm
always,
saying?
bro, always. I mean,
yo, everybody else, make sure you follow this man's example. And and show that love and support by going to my YouTube page or channel, whatever, R2 channel, the R2 channel. All right, go to the channel, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. So, cash at me.
Everybody that watched this video or is gonna watch this video, I'll put it like this: like 100 years ago, Black Wall Street started off with one black neighbor looking to another black neighbor that wanted to make money, not necessarily open a business. And then that one person did business with him and told the next person, blah, blah, blah. My point is, right, where we got so much technology that we don't need 100 people to actually come to him. We just need 100 people to share his stuff so that 100 people that will come to him will see him faster. So that's all that really is.
I like the way you put that.
Yeah, like technology just gives us that ability to support each other without physically being there. But, like, this raffle was a good example. Like, my man, like, yo... Damn, bro, I keep checking myself out. That's how good I look. But, yo, on some serious shit.
You checking us all out, you know what I'm saying?
Girls, I know how you feel when you leave your little salon now. You know, I got a whole facial. You know? But, dude, honestly, like, and I'm going to be here in, like, probably 2 weeks getting no lineup.
Well, you know where I'm at, brother. You know where I'm at.
Now I know. I'll just leave my house and come right here. I don't have to drive, like, 20, 30 minutes.
For real. Now. About to shut this shit down because it's been a long day. This was the last cut of 2021. Your boy is done for the next 4 or 5 days. Little staycation, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Rosalind. Rosalind says it's like Justin Bieber. Oh, I read that one already. No, that was Rosalind. Rosalind, what's up? Long time no see. How you been? Matter of fact, you got a long life to live because we mentioned you. In this live, we mentioned you. That's Rosie. That's Rosie, Tisha's sister. We mentioned you, and we was talking about y'all how y'all got that little fly thing right there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, word up. She said to get the R&B streams. Yep. I need to work with LG. He's straight Timberland of CV. That's real. That's real. That boy got some talent, yo. That man got some talent. You know what I'm saying? And yo, we need to link up too. We need to link up. I know we talked about that before. You know what I'm saying? I kind of been stopped. I haven't done much, but we need to link up. So, yeah, I ain't forget about you. You know what I mean? I just haven't been doing much because, like I said, of everything I explained in this before. I don't know if he was watching at that point in time, but yeah. What was you going to say, though, brother? You was about to say something?
I was going to say, please, guys, 2022, let's just do a little bit more with each other. That's all.
Definitely.
I mean, just a little bit more because I think that, like, my goal is to, like, get the Cape Verdean community to be on 2 maps in New Bedford. You know, I want our votes to be really heavily, like, looked at as a group of people that we should have a say in what we do in New Bedford.
Yo, we're deep out here. Why? Deep. We are deep. Like, we're at least a third of the city. At least. You know what I mean?
And the other part is, like, yo, everyone that has a black-owned business, from R2 to Romina to Cruz Painting to, you know, like, so many of us. I need us to start sharing and supporting stories that will get these businesses exposures. Because next year, COVID is probably going to be a little worse, so we really need to rely on word of mouth to get our people back to work and being busy. So I think that's what I want to leave. at the end of the year notice. I tell again, bro. I really appreciate the cut. Your boy looks fresh. So let's go in 2022, dumb strong, holding each other up like a community, bro.
Facts. And yo, also, before we head out, I wanna hear everybody's input. So like, let me know in the comment section, either here on Facebook or on Twitch or on YouTube, whatever it is you're watching at. Let me know in the comment section, like, what else would you guys like to see from me, from the channel? You know what I'm saying? If there's any businesses that you'd like to see us link up, you know what I'm saying? Maybe other people in the community that you would like to see on the show, hear their opinions on certain things. You know what I mean? Make sure that you guys put that in the comment section so I can get ideas, because, I'm only one man. My hands are full half the time. It's hard to come up with new projects and stuff. So give me some ideas, you know what I'm saying? Make sure that y'all like, share, comment, subscribe, do all of that good shit. You know what I'm saying? And I need to watch my language, I think, because I might start getting flagged on YouTube. But I'm new to this, so cut me a break, all right? But that being said, everybody, I wish you guys nothing but the best. I hope you guys walk out of 2021 with one foot and walk into 2022 with another foot, with good footing. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, Happy New Year, everybody. Thanks for watching. I'll check y'all out next time. Peace.